The inner landscape of the body goes much deeper than the physical. In this practice, we will be exploring the ways in which we can attune the mental, spiritual, and emotional aspects of the body to a state of presence and interconnectedness. A reminder and a practice that supports coming back to yourself time and time again. And with that, let's begin.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda L, and today we are doing yoga for the inner landscape. This is really going to take us in to focus on the inner aspects of our body and mind through movement. So whenever you're ready, grab your mat. Let's get started. First off, if my voice sounds a little funky, that is because I am working through a bit of a cold, a summer cold. So please excuse any weirdness with my voice that's going on. Okay, and now, officially with that, let's get started just in a nice, easy seat. Palms face down on the knees or the thighs, and closing your eyes. With the eyes closed, it's like shutting the curtain or the blinds of your bedroom after a long day. Just going into that space, into that room. The room of hopefully quiet, ease, rest, safety. And the goal is to create that similar space within the body. And when not experiencing it, to come back to it, because it's not sustainable, it's not realistic to exist from that space all the time. But we can come back again and again and again, and that is the practice. Taking a big inhale and filling up the entire body. Pausing at the top just for a moment. And then allowing the body to deflate on the exhale. Inhale, feeling that expansion of the entire body. Pause. Feel it. And then exhale, contract, soften. One more time, big inhale, fill it all up. Pausing at the top, and then filling up just a bit more. And exhale, release. And coming up onto all fours. Once you get there, closing your eyes, feeling the points of contact connecting you down into the mat. So really gripping through the fingertips, really pressing the fronts of the legs, the shins, the tops of the feet, and the toenails into the mat. And then pulling the arms and the legs towards each other to really activate. You can close your eyes here if they're not already. Feeling into the activation of this space in this moment. And then just release and soften. Just being here on all fours. Let's try that one more time. Gripping through the fingertips, pressing down through the knuckles, maybe lifting out of the wrists a bit, like you're in some sand, and then pressing down through the shins, and then all of the toes. The toenails are all pressing down. Pulling your hands and your legs towards each other, feeling the core firing up. Gentle bend in the elbows. Feel it. Breathe through it. And then let it go. Just being here. Big inhale. And exhale. Tucking your toes, shifting your hips up and back, downward dog. Deep or gentle bend in the knees as you land here. Sway your hips from side to side. And the next time your hips go over to the right side, drop your heels down towards the right as well, pointing your toes towards the left, sticking your butt over towards the right side of the mat. Pressing firmly through the palms. And then through center, other side. Butt points out towards that left side. Even weight through the hands. Coming back to the middle. Taking a nice easy walk to the top of the mat, forward fold. Clasping the elbows, folding over. Maybe a bit of a bounce comes into play. And releasing the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Twice more, just like that. Inhale, feel the expansion of the body, of the breath. Exhale, folding in, going into yourself. Inhale, gaze comes down, maybe just a bit forward. Exhale, the eyes float closed as you go in. Gripping the mat with your fingertips as you step back, plank pose. Bending through the knees as your butt points towards the right side, side plank. Coming through center, opposite side, side plank. Let's do that 2 more times, maybe closing your eyes and just feeling into the movement as you open up side plank on that right side. Pausing there, feeling with your other senses other than your vision. Coming through center, up and over left side. What can you notice when you remove the vision aspect? When you go in? What does it look like from inside? And then taking it over to the right side once more. And over to the left. Back through center, plank pose. Eyes closed if that feels okay with you. And noticing what you can notice inside. What is your relationship to this plank with your eyes closed? Can you find that calm inner landscape? Or is there a bit of unease in this space? Shifting back, downward dog. Inhale, filling everything up. Hold it at the top. Exhale, soften. Dropping your knees down, sitting back onto your heels, toes tucked. Tall through the spine, palms face up, eyes float closed. Big inhale, arms reach high. Easy exhale, cactusing out the arms, heart reaches forward. Big inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, heart reaching, elbows widen. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, heart high. Bring your palms to the top of the mat, coming onto all fours. Tucking your toes if they're not already. Lifting your knees up, hovering. And then sinking your hips back towards the right side. Knees come up, pointing up towards the left, pressing through the palms as evenly as possible. Coming through center, keeping your knees hovering. And then over to the left. Back to center, hovering through the knees. Up and back, down dog split, right leg reaches high. Bringing the right knee to the right, or to the right elbow. Pausing. And then bending through both knees, coming into that hover on all fours. Lifting up, down dog split, left leg reaches high. Left knee, left elbow. Back to all fours with your knees hovering. Right leg reaches high, down dog split. Knee to elbow. And then opening up into a side plank on the left side. Keeping that right knee bent, right knee high. Maybe straightening through that leg. Big inhale. And exhale. For an extra challenge in this space, can you close your eyes? Go into that inner landscape of the body. Feeling the shaking, the quivering, the strength, the weaknesses, feeling it all. And then slowly, maybe with your eyes still closed, can you send that right foot to the top of the mat? Letting it land, and then dropping the back knee down. Bending through the back foot if comfortable, grabbing a hold of the foot with the hand. If not, right hand on right knee. Sending your breath where you feel the stretch. Unraveling. Right palm down to meet the left on the inner edge of the right foot. Pausing here. Tucking the back toes and stepping back, downward dog. Big inhale. Expand your capacity. Exhale, create the space to hold more. Rounding forward, coming onto all fours, dropping the knees down. Coming back to gripping through the fingertips, pressing the shins, pressing the tops of the toes, the toenails together. And then pulling your arms towards your legs towards your arms. Gentle bend in the elbows. Activating and feeling. And then release. Big inhale, arching through the spine. Exhale, round. This time, big inhale, arching, pressing down as we practice pulling your hands towards your feet, or your hands towards your legs towards your hands. And then exhale, really pressing the mat away with every point of contact to the mat. Big inhale, gripping the mat, pressing down through the toes, pulling together. Exhale, pressing everything away as you round. Tucking your toes, knees lift. Sinking back towards the left side. Pressing through the palms as evenly as you can. Coming through center. Up and over to the right. Back to center. Down dog split, left leg reaches high. Left elbow, left knee. And then right away, tipping up and open to the side plank. Keeping the knee bent, keeping it high. Left arm reaches up. Maybe closing your eyes. Feeling into this space. Feeling yourself as you are in this moment. You can straighten out through that top leg. And then sending it to the top of the mat. Once it lands, back knee drops down. Left hand on left knee, or grabbing a hold of the right foot. Breathing into that space where you feel the most. And maybe that space isn't even part of the physical body at this moment. Maybe it's something in your heart or in your mind. Unraveling left hand to the mat. Back toes tuck, setting yourself up in a downward dog. Rounding out plank pose. And then lowering down to the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips come off of the mat. Pressing down through your toes, through the tops of the feet, activating through the legs and the glutes, squeezing everything in towards center energetically, and then rounding up, heart reaching high. Full body activation. Releasing your heart to the mat, keeping everything else activated, and then coming up again. Releasing back down. Pressing your toes down, squeezing through the glutes. Inhale, heart reaching. And then releasing. Making a little pillow with your hands. Resting your forehead down, closing your eyes. Feeling. Wiggling through the hips. And then settling into stillness. And from here, rounding onto your back, flipping yourself over like you're a pancake. Just coming to cook and simmer on the other side. Knees up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Palms resting on your body wherever they feel called. Feeling the points of contact connecting you down into the mat, grounding you into this space. Maybe your eyes are still closed. Big inhale, filling yourself up. And then exhale, releasing and feeling the space that was created. Left ankle on top of right knee, pulling it in towards your body, either just with the strength and energy of your legs, or you can grab a hold of that right leg. Keeping your feet, your legs, as they tip over towards that right side. Left foot comes down onto the mat. Outer edge of the right leg does as well. Both shoulders down, heart reaching up, pointing up. Imagining a direct line of connection from the heart to that greater space above. That life force, that divine energy. That place that we have the potential to attune to in every moment. Finding yourself into a twist, maybe stacking your knees or keeping your legs crossed. And in each moment, we can choose to come back to that space to strengthen that connection. Through the awareness, through the intention of the inner landscape of the mind, of the body. Through movement, through presence, through practice. Making your way through center, right ankle, left knee, pulling it in. Dropping the whole situation towards the left side. Right foot lands down. Right knee points up. Outer edge of the left leg connected and grounded. Finding your twist. back to the middle. Knees hug in towards the body. What is your relationship to the transitions, to the spaces where you're waiting for what's next? Maybe the mind's thinking happy baby, plow pose, wheel, bridge, something else. But what if we can just be here in this space? What if we can just be in the transitions, the space between here and the space between meeting me and a happy baby? Can you focus on the movement of your legs shifting, of your feet pointing up towards the sky or ceiling as your fingertips grazing the edges of your feet or your ankles, and then be in your happy baby? Can you focus more on those transitional periods, finding the intricate details of the human experience? And when we begin to focus on them in the outside world, then we can recognize them in the inside world as well. Releasing your happy baby, coming back to just bringing your knees in towards your chest, feeling that transitional period, being in that moment, because this is the now. And then once you get there, this is the now. Let's do that one more time. Coming into a happy baby, just feeling the way that your body moves as it makes its way there. Feeling each moment, each moment, each moment. And then you land. And now hugging your knees in towards your chest and feeling each moment, each moment, each moment, until you come back to that space. And now bringing your legs out long, finding Shavasana and feeling into each moment until you land there as well. Maybe taking it slow so you can really feel into that space. Arms resting at your sides, legs out long. Landing in the integration. Do not skip the integration of Shavasana. Opening your eyes here if they're not. And then closing them with intention. The intention of connecting to that inner landscape. The intention of closing that blind or curtain in the bedroom after a long day. And that feeling of whatever it is. I'm not going to tell you how it should feel. And if it doesn't feel ideal in the moment, envisioning and trying to bring in that feeling of how you would like it to feel. Recognizing the body, the mind, the energy's ability to transform with focused intention and repetition. Surrender to that. Place a little trust in that. And let yourself be here for a few moments. Starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Rolling through the wrists and the ankles. And taking a big stretch up above your head. And then letting everything drop. Keeping your eyes closed as you make your way up to sit. Taking this last moment to fill your body with gratitude. Just feeling whatever gratitude feels like for you. Maybe it's a color, maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's a word, maybe it's an intention, maybe it's something totally different. Whatever it is, filling up your entire body with that essence. Imagining it going into each organ, each cell, each crack and crevice of every single aspect of you. Maybe you're like me and you have a bit of a cold situation going on, so you can send it into that space where you're really feeling a lot of stuff. And you can send that gratitude into it, thanking your body for communication. Thanking your body for whatever it is you would like to thank it for. And then thanking yourself for showing up, for going in, for exploring the inner landscape. For practicing, for tending to you. Big inhale, arms reach high, palms pressed together at the top, pulling your thumbs down through the body, connecting them to your chest, connecting them to your heartbeats. Taking one big breath together, inhaling through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and let me know in the comments if you have any special requests for any future videos. I would love to hear from you and practice with you again soon. And with that, I will see you next time.